again, friends. I thought that we might want to catch up with our friend Junie B in Barbara Park's Junie B. Jones and some sneaky peeky spying. Chapter 1, Sneaky Peeky Spying. My name is Junie B. Jones. The B stands for Beatrice, except I don't like Beatrice. I like B, and that's all. I go to kindergarten. Kindergarten is what comes before first grade, except I don't know why it's called that silly word of kindergarten, because it should be called zero grade, I think. My teacher has the name of Miss. She has another name too, but I just like Miss, and that's all. Miss has short brown hair and long skirts of wool, and she smiles a real lot, except for sometimes when I'm noisy, she claps her hands at me. It used to scare me very much, only then I got used to it, and now I don't even pay it any attention. I wish Miss lived next door to me. Then me and her would be neighbors and bestest friends, and also I could spy on her. Spying is when you be very quiet and look at people through a peeky hole or a crack or something. I am very good spyer. That's because I have sneaky feet, and my nose doesn't whistle when I breathe. Last Friday morning at Grandpa Miller's house, I hided in the dirty clothes hamper. Then my grandpa came in the bathroom and I lifted up the lid a tiny bit and I peeked my eyes at him. And guess what? Grandpa Miller took his whole teeth right out of his head. That's what. I popped right out of the hamper. Hey, Grandpa, how did you do that crazy thing? I hollered. Then my grandpa screamed very loud and he runned out of the bathroom speedy quick. Grandpa Miller has high blood pressure, and I think. Pretty soon, Mother hurried into the bathroom with angry feet. That's it, she yelled. No more spying. This is the last time I'm telling you. Do you hear me, Missy? Do you? Yes, I said, 'cause you're hollering right in my ear, that's why. Then Mother took me home, except for she kept on saying mad at me. Find something quiet to do, she said, kind of growly. Your baby brother has to take his morning nap. So then I thought about what to do, and a very great idea popped into my head. First, I took off my loud shoes. Then I tippy-toed into baby Ollie's room in just my sock feet, and I spied on him through the bars in his crib. 'Cause what could be quieter than sneaky peeky spying, of course? Only too bad for me, because that boring old baby just kept on sleeping and sleeping. And he wasn't being fun. So that's how I accidentally blowed on his face. And I tickled his nose with a ribbon, and I shouted, "Wake up!" in his ear. And guess what? Ollie opened his eyes, that's what. Then he started crying very loud, and Mother runned into the room. Only she didn't even see me, 'cause I quick hid in the closet. I smiled to just myself. I'm the best spyer in the whole wide world, I said inside my head. That's how come when I rode the bus to school that day, I did a little bit of bragging. I'm the best spyer in the whole world, I said to my bestest friend named Grace. Then I took off my shoes and I showed her my sneaky sock feet. See, I said, see how quiet they are? You can hardly even hear those guys. After that, I breathed in and out for her. And see, my nose doesn't whistle either, I said. That Grace smiled. I'm good at spying too, she said. I patted her. Yeah, only too bad, Grace. But you can't be as good as me, because I said it first. That Grace did a mad breath at me. It is called a huffy, I think. I heard your nose whistle, Grace, I told her. Just then the bus got to school, and me and that Grace raced each other to the playground, except for she beated me. Only it didn't count because I wasn't really racing. Then we played horses with my other best friend named Lucille. Only pretty soon the bell rang and we all run to the room 9 speedy quick. Miss was at the door waiting for us. Good afternoon, lady, she said. Good afternoon, lady, I said back very polite. Then Miss smiled at me. That's because she is the nicest teacher I ever saw. And so I wish me and her were bestest friends. And guess what else? I wish I could hide in her hamper. End of chapter 1. Chapter 2, questions. Me and my bestest friend Lucille sit at my table together. My table is where I sit up straight and do my work and don't talk to my neighbor, except I keep on forgetting that part. I wonder where Miss lives, I whispered to Lucille real quiet. Shh, said Lucille. We can't talk or else we'll get in trouble. And anyway, you're not allowed to know where she lives because it's a secret. Says who? I asked. Says my brother, that's who. And he's in third grade. And he says teachers have to keep their houses a secret or else kids might go there and throw rotten tomatoes. I did a huffy at her. Yeah, only I don't want to throw rotten tomatoes, Lucille, I explained. I just want to hide in her hamper, and that's all. I don't care, she said. You're still not allowed, because my brother said so, and he knows more than you do, so there. I made an angry face. So there is not a nice word, Lucille, I said. Then I made a fist at her, except for Miss saw me, and so I had to unfold it. After that, I behaved myself very good. I sat up real straight, and I did all my work. Work is when you use your brain and a pencil. Only sometimes I accidentally use the eraser too hard, and a big hole rubs in my paper. Hey, I did beautifully today, I called out, because guess what? No hole, that's what. Miss came to my table. She put a gold star on my work. You did so beautifully, Junie B, she said. Maybe I'll hang this one on the wall for the Grandparents' Day on Monday. Would you like that? Yes, I said. Only I keep on forgetting how come those guys are coming to this place. Then Miss explained to me all about Grandparents' Day again. She said, our grandparents are coming for a visit, and we get to show them room 9. And also we get to have freshments together. Miss said freshments are cookies and beverages. I raised my hand. Yeah, only I don't think I'm allowed to have that kind of drink named a beverage. Because I'm only allowed to have milk and juice, and that's all. Miss looked at the ceiling with her eyes. Then I looked up there too, but I didn't see anything. How many of you think you can bring cookies on Monday? Asked Miss. I can, I hollered, very excited, because my mother is the bestest cookie baker in the whole world. That's why, except for one time she accidentally forgot them when they were in the oven, and the firemen had to come to our house. Miss laughed, only I don't know why, because that was not a funny story. After that, she gave me a note for my mother. It was some writing about baking cookies, I think. If your mother has any questions, please tell her to call me, said Miss. Just then, I got a very great idea. Hey, I said, maybe me and Mother can bring the cookies to your house. And so then I can see where you live. Miss rumpled my hair. You don't have to come to my house, Junie B. Just bring the cookies to school on Monday morning. I smiled very sweet. Yeah, only I still want to see where you live, I said. Then Miss turned around and she walked back to her desk. That's how come I had to follow her. Do you have the rich kind of house or the regular kind of house? I asked her, because I just have the regular kind of house. Except for Mother wants a rich kind, the rich kind. Only Daddy said, lots of luck. Miss pointed at my chair. That means to sit down, I think. Yeah, only do you have a daddy that lives at your house too? And are there any pictures of him in your wallet? Let's look at that. Let's look there, okay? Do you have a secret compartment in it? Because my Grandpa Miller has one of those things with $50 in it. Only don't tell Grandpa. Miss took my hand, then me and her walked back to my table. Yeah, only guess what? I'm wondering now. Now I'm wondering what your bedtime is. Because my bedtime is when the little hand is on the 7 and the big hand is at the 6. Only I have the dumb, stupid bedtime. Only I hate that dumb, stupid bedtime. Because I'm not even tired yet, of course. Miss put her finger up to her lips. That's enough, Junie B, she said. I mean it. I want you to settle down now. Then she went back to the front of the room, and she didn't answer any of my questions. Because guess why? Miss is a secret mystery. Miss is a secret mystery guide. That's why. All right, that was the end of chapter 2. We will continue with chapter 3 on our next video.